Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft Vanilla Amplified server. This is the 7th episode. I thought I'd let you know which one this is because many of you have been asking since we have kept the episode numbers for the total episodes we've done on Hermitcraft, which is approaching 300, which is amazing. This is Zul'jin's base, by the way. This looks really interesting. He hasn't done too much on the inside yet. Well, actually, the details that he has added are pretty interesting. This is going to look really good, I've got a feeling. But I came up here to check out this boat launcher. And while we're up here, I must mention, we have a spectacular view. It's quite nauseating, actually. You're so high up, it just looks like wherever you go, you're going to plummet to your death. Oh, look at these drops over here. You wouldn't survive that one down there, it looks like. But there you go, there's some piggies on the hill. That is an unfortunate place for them to spawn. It really is. But we are going to be using the boat launcher over here that he has made. This looked like a lot of fun. So I've pressed this button over here. That's put the boat. And I think all we've got to do is press the button on the front. And this thing's going to take care of everything. We need to go into F5. Oh my god. It's like we're flying. Oh, are we going to land in the water? Let's go that way a little bit more. Yes, we're fine. Amazing. Oh, that was a lot of fun. I'm glad I decided to do that. And there goes the boat. Oh, hello. Let's go back into this mode. So, two things I want to mention quickly. Actually, there's three things. But first of all, if you want to know the world seed for this world, it's on the Reddit. And if you want to download the old world, it's on www.hermitcraft.com. And hey, I said it right this time. Last time I tried to say that, I messed it up. And that is not a natural waterfall. That was not there last time I was here. But yeah, I wanted to mention those two things quickly because I always get comments about it, so I thought I'd say it at the beginning of the episode just to remind you guys. So, let's go back round here actually. Speaking of waterfalls, I asked Zul'jin about the one over there. You can see it a little bit. Actually, we can see quite a lot of it. That one is completely natural, apparently. But first of all, what I wanted to do this video is just have a quick talk to you about commenting on videos. I love my comments. I love it when you guys comment. I like to sit down and read them like I did today before starting this episode. And recently I decided that I would be commenting on other people's videos as well. You know, I do not watch TV and I watch YouTube a lot like you guys probably do. And I decided, you know what, I like my comments and people appreciate them, so I'm going to comment on the videos that I watch. And since I've been doing that, I've got to say, a lot of you have been freaking out. I've been getting replies from people like, oh my god, you watch this video, you watch that video. Do not be surprised if you see me commenting on another video. You know, I watch Minecraft videos and other YouTube videos like many of you do, so feel free to say hello, but don't be alarmed. I just noticed so many people kind of like freaking out, and I'm probably talking to a minority here because not everyone is replying, or at least as many as watch these individual videos. But I thought I'd mention it, you know. I do watch YouTube videos. I am just a normal person out there watching videos like all of you. So, with that out of the way, what I'd like to do this episode... Oh dear, I burst into a little bit of a coughing fit there, but don't worry about me, I'm fine now. We were about to talk about what we're going to do this episode, and actually I think that was a good thing, because there was something that I completely forgot about. So, let's have a look around at what we can see. Right here, one of the things I want to experiment with right now while I'm the only person on the server, because it's early in the morning, is actually turning up the render distance of the server. At the moment I think it's on 10, and we can go all the way up to probably 15 because we have a very beefy server. However, it might cause some problems, but I thought it'd be a good idea to try because we don't want to play the whole of this season without maximising on the wonderful views that we have, and the render distance is going to help with that. So that's something we're going to be experimenting while we travel over to a quad slime chunk. Now I was having a look at the world seed on one of those tools that shows you all of the slime chunks, and not too far away from here there is a group of 4, and that is actually not the rarest of things, but to have one so close to the area that we're working in, that is a very fortunate thing. And we're going to go over there and check it out and maybe dig out an area to fight some slimes in, because slime balls are going to be extremely useful on this server. And I think we have like 1 or 2 slime chunks. In DMAX base there's one that's been discovered, but setting up a proper farm would be a really good thing. Now I'm not going to be setting up the farm this episode. I'm really not equipped to do that. You know, the one that we built in the Nether was quite easy to make because all I had to do was chop down tree after tree after tree to get all of those slabs. And I counted it earlier actually. If you give me a second, I've got it on the other screen. Let's just open that up. We used 16,000 or 16,500 slabs, and that's actually from 32 stacks of dark oak logs. But they were really easy to get because we had our diamond axe and we had a supply of saplings to make those trees, so it just took time really. But this farm, a slime farm, you know, it's going to take a lot of resources and time to figure out what we're going to do. And the fact that we've got a quad one, you know, where 4 chunks are next to each other, means we can build a different design from normal. So I think going into a test world, doing some work on a different design for the farm on this server would be a good idea. But anyway, we've got to travel over there, so what I'm going to do right now is turn the render distance up on the server, come back on here, and we'll start traveling and we'll see what it's like. So, render distance 15, actually you can see this makes a difference. I don't think we could see that stuff over there. We can see into the big hills over on the side. You can see it much better on the left of the screen. And over there we can see a fair bit more as well. So it's making a difference. I thought it would be quite a lot more than this, but I guess it's only a few extra chunks in each direction. But the server seems to be fine actually. It's about the same as it was before. It's around 30% CPU and 20% memory. I've got that on the other screen at the moment. And when I go traveling, like let's just go over in this direction, the CPU does jump up a bit, and I'm actually just one person on the server at the moment. So this is just a test. When other people come online, I'm going to be asking them how it is. And then we'll find a setting that works. But I do think increasing it is going to be possible. Now there's one other thing that I wanted to mention here. The fog sometimes kind of helps get rid of those lines in the distance. So if we go over here and turn this down to, let's say, 12 for now, then it's going to be 12 on my end. The server is still going to send me 15 chunks worth of, area to load up, but I'm only going to load up 12. But the thing is, now can you see how the fog is more prevalent in the closer areas, and that can kind of make the big lines that appear as the chunks load kind of blend into the background a little bit, which is a bit of a tip right there, I guess. So you can see where we were standing over here before, and now all of those areas in the distance are kind of foggier, if that makes sense. And then we can do that even more actually if we turn it right down to about 10. Now this makes a bigger difference when you have a lower distance on the server, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's turn this thing all the way up to... I've got a feeling it's going to go wrong if we turn it all the way up to 31. No, it seems to be fine. Now you can see there's absolutely no fog at all in the background, which is also a thing, you might actually want it like that. So I'm going to be playing around with this. I think it doesn't look so bad without the fog, so I might leave it on 31 chunk distance. So I've been playing around with it, trying out different things, and 18 feels good. It just makes that bit over in the distance look a little bit foggy. However, as soon as you turn away from it, it becomes quite clear. So I like that, if you want to actually make out what's going on over there, you can look to the side and see it, but the fogginess helps it kind of blend in with the background. So, enough about that. I'm obviously going to be keeping my eye on the server as we play, because I'm about to do some travelling. So this is our, Hermit Hills area. I really think we should call it that, by the way. And the slime chunks are in this direction over here. Now, last time I checked, I could have swore it was a group of 4 by themselves, and it seems to be in the same location, except there is a 5th one alongside it, which we probably won't make use of, because the 4 of them is going to make a nice shape, a nice square shape for a farm. But what we're going to do today is just go over there and hollow out some of the space so that we can take trips over there and get slime balls. Because if we hollow out a nice area for them to spawn, it looks like someone's been pillaring up here. I don't like it when people do that. I think if you're going to pillar up, at least use dirt or something like that. We need to find a way up here, and this is Jevin's house, I do believe. Maybe he's got like a staircase that leads up. Looks like it actually leads down. Okay, well I'll find a way across there, but what we're going to be doing is just hollowing out the 4 slime chunks with the 5th one next to it. So anyway, I will probably record a couple of times on the way over there, because we're going to see some spectacular views, but now we're going to see them amplified with 15 render distance, of course. I'm going to remove all of this as well, by the way. Oh, I don't know how I managed to do it. I wrote down the coordinates and somehow I managed to get them wrong in my mind. I had to dig all the way over here. There's a big long pathway coming from where we were a moment ago. So this is actually even still a little bit closer to the area, maybe not so quite on a diagonal. We've probably come over by about 100, 150 blocks towards the Hermit Hills area. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know what I've done. I've gone around and highlighted the edges of these slime chunks just by putting down some torches, and we're actually at the wrong height here. The height that I wanted to dig at was Y6. Now Y5 is where bedrock first appears, and if you go down to Y6 then you're not going to have any bedrock because the slimes won't spawn on the bedrock. So if we dig at this height then we'll avoid that, and yeah, that's pretty straightforward, isn't it? That makes sense. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to doing this. Do you know why? Because it's one of those really simple, straightforward jobs where all you've got to do is clear out the area. You don't need to worry about anything else really, because it's all quite simple. It's not like we're building some complex farm. That sort of stuff will come later along. One other thing that I wanted to comment on is that there are a couple of little lava lakes around here, so that might be a little bit of an issue, and it appears that there's some caves as well. Or maybe not. Oh no, yep, there's some caves. Okay, that's good. Haven't seen a single slime yet, by the way. We might see one in here, but maybe not. Haven't found any diamonds either, so they are two things that we're looking for while we're doing this, and there's a good chance of finding diamonds down here but I don't see any. Oh well. Anyway, right, I will get to work and I'll be back with you soon. So this is a big old bit of digging that we're doing right here. You know what, without Instant Mine, this does actually take quite a bit of time. And I haven't seen a single slime spawn yet, although I've been in this area, so that would be pretty understandable. But I've kind of built a pyramid to start off with. This block right here is 16, by the way, so we're in the diamond levels, and I've dug, everything going downwards. However, we haven't gone all the way down to Y6 yet, so we've got a couple more blocks to go down, and we've got all of this to remove. And stepping back and looking at it, I actually think we've done not a lot so far compared to what I wanted to dig out in total. But what would be a good idea to do right now is actually just to walk away and then come back. We know that these are slime chunks, but it'd be a good idea to double check, and hopefully we'll be able to see some slimes as well. Now we've already got this tunnel, which is quite useful. We can use this to walk back and then come back, and hopefully some slimes would have spawned. But Mumbo has been online as well. He hasn't died yet. Just noticed that. I've got 3 deaths. That thing isn't so annoying. When I had 0 deaths, I was actually quite annoyed by it. I was like looking at it all the time thinking, I can't die. But now that I have actually done that, it's not so bad. So there was one other thing that I wanted to mention. That is the render distance seems to be fine. Mumbo said it was okay when he was playing, and the CPU hasn't been too much higher because of it either. So it looks like we're going to be able to keep it so far, but I'll keep my eye on it as more people come on to the server. So let's run back into this room. Hopefully we'll have some slimes. Probably not going to. That'll be my guess, sod's law. Plus Mumbo's on as well, so it means other chunks are loaded, and it's quite unlikely that we'll get any. So this isn't a good start, is it? We've got a ton more digging to do, and we have no slimes. But I guess all I've got to do is just get to it. So I will continue and be back with you again in a bit. By the way, that entire time I didn't find any diamonds, and aha! I found some at last, and it looks like there's actually a little bit of area here to explore. This would be a good place to do some poke holes, once you put down the water on top of the lava. But the whole time digging in that slime chunk, we didn't find any. And what I'm doing at the moment is actually digging a tunnel that's going to go back to the town. Mumbo's on at the moment, and he's going to help me out with the coordinates of that place, because I didn't know exactly where to go to. We can obviously head in the right direction. Let's do a little slime check again. By the way, I decided that digging all of this would take too long, so I lowered down this top platform so there is plenty of room for the big slimes to spawn. And one thing we can actually do is remove these torches. And no, that's not true anymore. Something changed in the game. You used to need air blocks to start spawning algorithms. Actually, torches will now do that as well. I should probably do a myth busting or something like that on that at some point. But no slimes. Kind of disappointing at the moment. But once we set up a rail between the 2 areas, then I can just go back and forth and check each time. And eventually something should spawn in here, provided I've got the right slime chunks. It should be all good. And there is Mumbo with the coordinates. That is extremely useful. Thank you very much, Mumbo. I have managed to get totally distracted by these diamonds. I'm going to collect them all in a moment. We've got some over here. We've got some around the corner as well. And then over on this side I found some as well. Just doing some little poke holes around this area. Look, there's some over there as well. And trust me, there is more. I followed these little lava lakes, and they led me all the way around the little place. And I found a few more diamonds as well. So, some right there. And there's some more around there. I'm trying to remember where they all are. If we go over here, and then down onto the other side, and through here I think there's some as well. There you go, some more diamonds. So that was certainly worth digging around. That's about 10 minutes of digging. I always find doing it in caves like this, where you got these little lava lakes, is a really good place to do poke holes and find some diamonds. So I'm actually going to collect all of those, and then we'll break them down with my fortune free pick, which I have in my ender chest. So first of all, we'll collect them and see how many we get. 26 in total, not bad. I actually found an ore vein of 10. 10 in a group. Normally you don't see more than 8. And yes, I thought I heard something. We have our first slime. This is a great sign. Wonder how many we're going to get from this guy. So this is going to be like a bit of a manual farm for a while, where you just have to come over here and kill them automatically. And I was thinking it might be a good idea to get a sword that's fitted for this. Maybe something that has fire aspect on it, so you can just set them on fire and let them burn and split up into smaller ones. Anyway, we've got 7 right there. That's not bad. Anyway, I've been getting distracted. It is time for us to continue digging this tunnel. And we were of course supposed to break up all of this diamond ore. Let's double check that is the fortune one. So as always, you can have a guess. I really enjoy doing this. It's always good fun to break down your diamond ore. So we had 26. I reckon we're going to get about... I'm going to go for 50. Let's go for that. Right, let's collect these all up. 12, 26, 40. Oh, we got over 50. 61. That is awesome. 61. That is definitely a lot. That was a really good haul. Anyway, Right, time to get back to it for real this time. I keep saying that and I keep getting distracted. So I dug the tunnel back and then I thought, do I really want to walk all the way back and forth to this place? And the answer was no. And I thought about a nether portal and it made sense. If we want to come over here and check out the slime farm, if we go through the nether it's going to be a lot quicker. So I've hooked up a nether portal. We obviously don't need to go in there and have a look at that. Also, I was just smelting up some iron. I just realised that I didn't make a minecart yet. And that is not how you make a minecart. There we go. And I've put a little track here. I'm not sure how far back it goes, but it's over 64 blocks. So if there's no slimes in this area, and bear in mind I realise that this pyramid thing that I've done, probably not the best of ways to do it because you can't really see the slimes on the side and at the back. But obviously this is only temporary. We'll get it done one day. It does take a long time, especially early on in this game. I'm trying to be very ambitious and we've only just started on the server. But anyway, you can press the button and then it's going to send you all the way down here, and it's actually not going to be that fast or long, I think would be the word, at all. So we come all the way down here, and I think it needs to go a little bit further. Then you can press the button and go all the way back. So the idea there is that some of the mobs in the area would have despawned, and when you come back there's a good chance of the slime spawning. But I think it actually needs to go a bit further, and that's going to be a good way of just getting some spawns in this area for now. Obviously lighting up the caves and stuff like that is going to help a lot as well, so there's another incentive to come down here and get resources, but no slimes at the moment. I think what I'll do is extend this track, maybe double its length, and then we'll start doing some tests, going back and forth and seeing if that's actually making a difference. But I wouldn't be surprised if early on, without the caves lit up and such, we weren't going to get a lot of spawns. But I will do that and do some testing and be back with you in a moment. Well, no luck at this point right here. I was just thinking, you know what, maybe it was a little bit too soon. Oh, hello. To start this project, this is perfect. Let's just... Oh, God! I am in trouble. Yes, I am. I have no blocks on my hotbar. I do have water. I could have used that. Did we get an ender pearl? No, we didn't. Okay. So, that doesn't matter. I would have liked another ender pearl because we've got an extra ender chest here and I'm about to set up a community one. Oh, but my thoughts about this project was maybe we started this a little bit too soon, but the thing is, once we got this floor down, what really counts is caving. So I don't think having instant mine and being able to clear out this room quicker or bigger would have made too much of a difference. So I have been travelling back and forth. That hasn't made too much difference. I've even been going through the nether, transporting some materials back. Let's just fill up the inventory with cobblestone, and also let's fill up this ender chest as well. And I've got a silk touch pick in there so I can actually fill this thing up. Okay, so we're going to go through the portal here. One of the cool things about this portal, it's not supposed to do this, but when we go back through this way, we don't actually get to the one I made. Oh look, a slime! Brilliant! One spawned while we were over here. That's good. That's really good. I wouldn't mind killing a couple more of these. Probably not going to have enough slime balls to do what I wanted to do, or maybe we will now. How many have we got here? Let's throw away a stack of that. It doesn't matter, we got loads of it. I might now just have enough to build what I wanted to. So actually we'll head back and see if I can do that. Otherwise I was thinking about heading over to the wither farm. But let's go through the portal here. As I was saying, when you go through this one it takes you back to the main one, which is actually kind of convenient going back. And I think it's because we've got a portal all the way up there in the ceiling and that goes to the correct location. But then when that portal, in the overworld looks for one, it finds the one that's sort of closer to it on the Y level because it's all the way down at the bottom. Does that even make sense? I'm not sure. But I will let everyone know where this chest is. I'm going to put it at the trapdoor so everyone can make use of that now, which is really cool. By the way, Slip is building something over here in the middle. This is going to be our town hall, and I've actually seen a picture of what it is he's going to be building, and it looks amazing, gotta say. Don't know why there's just dirt there in the middle, but we'll go over and have a closer look. He was asking for donations. He was saying he's going to need all the diorite he can get his hands on, and I've actually got about 6 or 7 stacks. So I will, of course, it's raining, come over here and donate that to him. But let's have a closer look. This looks like a real interesting structure now. I've seen what he's going to build, and this is probably just like the beginning. This doesn't really represent the whole thing. It appears to just be a start at the moment. Is this his chest? That looks like his chest. What we'll do is put some diorite in there. So I'm going to run over and grab mine quickly and put it in the chest. So I've got my 6 stacks of diorite here to donate to Slip, and on my way over there I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. This little thing over here looks awesome. It actually looks like a McDonald's, and I have no idea who built this, but it would appear to be a public chicken farm thing. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, cooked chicken. So that's awesome. I don't actually know if it's public or not, but no one's put a sign on it or anything like that. So that is pretty awesome. I thought it looked really cool. Anyway, we're going to head over there and put those 6 stacks in the chest. And also, I have just enough slime balls to do what we wanted today with 1 little slime left over. So that is perfect. I'm really happy that we caught that extra slime. It means we can do a very simple little project over at our base. But I will meet you back over there in a second. I was about to put my diorite in the chest when I noticed something at the top of the hill here. This is the proper chest for donations, and actually there is also a scale model of the town hall right here, and you can see it's really starting to come along this thing right here. Obviously it hasn't got all the details of the scale model, but that is awesome. Anyway, let's dump our donations in here and head back over to the base. So what could we possibly want with those slime balls? Well, we're going to make some transport here with slime blocks. However, it's only for a short distance. We're going to use these to get up into our base. We're going to put 1 right here and 1 in the corner like I described. Now I thought I'd show you the redstone. You can understand a little bit about how this works. This first bit, I think this works in single player but not on a server where you have it like that. So it's going to power the piston immediately, and that actually worked, sort of. We didn't go up above, but we did walk on top of it. And there you go, that's what usually happens. You kind of glitch into it, which is a little bit annoying. So what I did first of all is put down some redstone like this. Wow, I've made it difficult for myself here. Right, we're going to put a piece of redstone on the other side of the piston, and then we're going to put a block to the side of it and power the block with this repeater. So the idea here is that the repeater gives a little bit of a delay before powering the piston, and unfortunately this doesn't work. See, I glitched right into it. If you look at the repeater down there, you can see that this comes up before that gets powered. And the reason why is because this is also bud powering the piston, so as soon as this redstone gets powered, it updates the piston, so it works just like it did before, despite this not pointing into the piston there. So the way to do this is actually to remove that right there. You can put a block there as well, I think, and you want to have... I'm struggling to remember how this goes. Now, this is incorrect. You want a block right here for the repeater, and then you want your redstone right there, and then you want that on top of there. So now there's a little bit of a delay, as you can see. Now what I found interesting about this is that this is powering the note block, which will bud power that piston when it updates. However, the repeater below it doesn't update the piston, and if it did, it would have made this really difficult. But now what we can do is just walk, and up we go. Perfect. I love that every time. You do have to align yourself just a little bit. You know, got to make sure you're coming up the middle here, but that's it. You just walk, and then the timing is perfect. You get up to the top. So we're going to be doing the same thing over here as well. This might be a little more tricky to install because it's in the side of the room, but I know that it's possible. And the only downside to doing it like this is that we have to put a carpet here to hide the redstone, and I'm 100% sure that I found a way of doing this without having the carpet, but I went onto my test world and all of my redstone had been ripped up and replaced, so unfortunately I can't remember what it was that I did before. But now we can fill in these gaps, and we can remove that ladder at the back as well. That's no longer needed. Let's just get rid of it quickly so we can see what the room looks like without. I guess we don't need that either. Let's pick that up. There we go. I might put a carpet on the other side actually to kind of match it. Probably doesn't make too much of a difference. It's the right colour as well. It kind of matches the floor, which is good. And we still need to sort out the entrance around the front here one day. But that looks pretty good. So you walk up to it. Boom. Up you go. Nice and easy. So I found something a little unfortunate with the design up here. It's going to power the dropper at the bottom here, which is going to power the one above it as well, and that one's got some dirt in. As you can see, it's dispensed some already, so I've just been looking at this, and I don't think there's any way to rewire this redstone. Now, the way we could avoid this is if this redstone was to point into the side of the furnace or the wood log like that, so it's pointing in a different direction, but it doesn't seem to be any way to do that. The furnace here, unfortunately, blocks off the redstone from going down below like this. And it's a little tricky bit building here, isn't it? There you go, probably just lost another piece of dirt. What we're going to do there, by the way, is just move that up one, so we'll have nothing in there. It doesn't bother me too much. But that is a little bit unfortunate that we can't redirect the redstone. Do you know how we could redirect the redstone? With a button. I'm having a little bit of a brainwave here. I don't think this will actually do exactly what we want it to. But let's say we were to remove this piece of cobblestone here and put a button to the side. It's going to point directly in, isn't it? Okay, that's unfortunate. I thought we might have found a way there. Oh, look at this. I think I've found a way. I was just noticing that there's some cobblestone there, which means it's not a block that we can see aesthetically from the outside. So with a repeater like that, we can get the right amount of delay, and then we should be able to send the signal down and around. Oh, and I powered it, and if it goes like that and turns to the right, now it's going to point into where the piston would be. Ah, this is awesome. So the way I did it on my creative world before is I had the redstone here and I had the repeater underneath, sort of going across, and then it was a block there and it would power the piston on this side. But now we've done it like that. So what do we need here? There's so many things in my inventory. We need the sticky block. We need to remove these ladders right here. There we go, they're gone. And now we've got a little bit of a mess over here, but the thing is... now this might be a bit of a problem. We can put a carpet on top of there, but now there's a gap. So we just need a half slab or something like that. That's going to be real simple to add in, isn't it? Okay, that's nice. We've managed to find a solution to this. I'm really pleased. Okay, cool. So now this thing should work. Let's try it. Up we go. No, it glitched out. I think something gave it an update. Look at that. It extends really quickly. There is no delay. I'm not sure what it is that's causing that to update. Some of you are probably screaming that one at me. Underneath this block we had redstone, so that was obviously getting powered. We've now got a repeater there on 3 ticks and one below this on 1 tick. So let's give it a go. Awesome! And we get projected up like that. That is brilliant. I really like this, and I'm really glad it works on the server as well. At the moment there is 4 of us online, so if ever there were a few more people, maybe a bit of a bad connection, this might not work. But as it stands, it works, and it's awesome. This is so much fun. I want to go to the top and do some enchanting. Oh, look at that. It's freaking out. Up we go. That is awesome. Brilliant. And that is going to conclude this episode, I do believe. Please let me know if you like the episodes every other day at the moment. I feel like it kind of limits what we can do a little bit. As you saw today, we didn't get to do as much as I would have liked to have done on that slime farm, but we've implemented this into our base now with the slimes that we did find, which is awesome. But that is going to be it for this one. So if you've enjoyed it, please do leave a like. It will always be appreciated. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.